get, because I don't know if I'm gonna this. I don't know if I'm gonna talk about top model in the next couple of days because tomorrow this documentary comes out. I didn't know this was actually the picture. I didn't even know what the real name was. Why couldn't they use the girls' pictures? I guess that's two. Like one of the winners' pictures. I don't know. I what am I saying? I don't. I didn't know this was the picture because Jay and Nigel they have posting it, and I thought it was just like something they like made up. But anyways, um, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch. I don't know if they're gonna show. I guess maybe some information might be new, but it's a three-parter, which I was like, oh, that's interesting. Over on Netflix tomorrow. I don't know. I was an avid top model watcher fan. I think it kind of consumed my life in when did it air? 2003. Let me see. Let me see. I think it was 2003 when it came out, and I was like less than 10. Oh, I'm having a hard time finding this. 2003. Yeah. So I was like 9 years old, and it kind of consumed my life. I would have to say. Like I don't even know how I got to watching it. I just know I've watched it and I've watched every episode since 2003, which is crazy to think how life works. Yeah, I remember no. I remember the second season. It was like I think the second season came out in like May because it was like the end of the school year. But anyways, I'm an avid watcher. I never I never watched for I didn't think of it as a reality show as a lot of people are like talking about it or being offended by it. Like I never like was really offended by like the exploitation of the ladies or like the certain challenges, like racial challenges that they like were doing, or like as the photo shoots and stuff. I never was like offended because I was just like, oh, this is a real competition. Like, let's see who's gonna win. And after a while, looking back after a while, you can kind of tell who's getting eliminated because most likely whoever they start like when you get deep into the episodes, let's say like episode 4 or 5, they start to whoever it's hilarious the formula. Whoever they talk about the most or has the most issues in the beginning, they definitely are gonna get eliminated. That's what I noticed. And then the other thing that would just drive me crazy, these other things that would drive me crazy, when they would choose the worst photo. I mean, the absolute craziest photo. And when Jay was doing his, no, when Oliver Twitch was doing his talks with the ladies, the contestants, you can definitely like understand. They were like, we know how to take a good photo. They were just choosing like really bad photos. But yeah, that was kind of funny. Um, Also, when they would choose not a good winner, that would drive me crazy. Like on it, the first person that comes to mind that I was just absolutely not the first person that I was absolutely pissed. I think actually, wait, who was it? Let's think. Let's think. So Adrian, I didn't like Adrian. I thought Shannon should have won. I didn't like Joanna. I thought Mercedes should have won. I think my whole family thought Mercedes should have won. Um, I wanted Amanda to win, but Yaya was really good. I didn't want Eva to win. Like, I went so long. Who else? Eva. Um, I'm watching season 5. Oh no, season 4 with Naima and Caitlyn. I wanted Caitlyn to win so bad. I thought she was the top model. So they just like to me, they just kept choosing these winners, these women, and I'm like, why can't y'all find the right winner? Why do y'all keep not choosing the girl that I'm rocking with? I'm trying to think who was the first person that I thought that I was pissed when Nick didn't win. That was obvious. That was so obvious and so effed up that Nick didn't win. And I think they all knew that, and they all like the judges were like behind the scenes, and like Jay Alexander. I think he said that like yeah, I think that was rigged. Um, Danielle, I thought Joni should have won. Jasmine, Danielle. Oh, who was after? I think Jasmine was the first person that I was like, yeah, she won and she should have won. It took like what 8 years, 8 cycles to get to that point. Wait, let me go. Let me see. Let me see. Cause I was so mad. That was my thing. I was just mad they couldn't find nobody. They couldn't like pick the ones that I thought. Where is it at? Reception, broadcast history. Okay, maybe that. Nope. Sponsors, contingent future, format, series overview. Okay, here we go. Adrian, Nicole, Danielle. Oh, Carrie D. Carrie D. Because Melrose, no, 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 no. I thought, anyways, let me just move along. Maybe at the end, I'll just go down the list. But I don't know what we're going to learn. They said Tyra didn't produced this, which I was interested to see if she was a producer of this. But Jay and Nigel did a like Instagram live earlier, and they said she's not a producer. She wasn't even involved until like kind of the last minute. Um, the producer was trying to get Nigel to get her involved, which is funny. And then there's two documentaries. One is going to be on E in March, and then this one, and then there were like a bunch of girls that wanted to be a part of the Netflix one, couldn't because they're a part of the E one, and contractually they're locked on that one. I don't think Janice is gonna be on there. I haven't even really watched the bigger trailer because I want to be surprised. I want to be. That's like the thing about me. Like nowadays, I don't. Or not even nowadays. For like years now, I don't want to watch the full trailer. I want to be shocked. I don't. I've heard like something about Tyra blaming the fans or blaming the viewers, which I don't understand what that means. Because it's like unless you were like because social media didn't happen until what 11 years, almost 11 years after it was created or aired. So I don't know unless you're getting like fan mail, like yes, we love the craziness. Like I always thought these were like real challenges, and I was completely shocked when Jay and Oliver did those interviews during the pandemic, which I forgot that that's the reason why because I was like, oh yeah, and I watched it during the pandemic and that was really fun, like the whole rewatch. But the reason why I was rewatching it was because Jay was doing every week. I think it was like every Friday. He was gonna like talk about another cycle, which was gonna end up leading up to like his book. I think that was what it was. His book leading up to his book release, and so that was so much fun rewatching and then having the questions and like I was living like it was such a weird like bad time, but that part like coming home every day and going to watch the top for hours, which is like amazing and eye opening, seeing different things and seeing the pattern, and it was fun. That was fun, but what was I even talking about? But like, yeah, how Jay, when I re, I don't even know what I was talking about. 'Cause I knew I was gonna go off on a tangent. But anyways, I one of the things that one of the things that the ladies were talking about was how they didn't the actual public and the actual industry, I'm sorry, the industry didn't take the show seriously because they knew it was a reality TV show. So these ladies would like not get their full deal, not get their not get the full wins of their deal for the winners, and then they would have like this portfolio and go on these castings and go on these go sees, and then people would hire them. They would like laugh at their photos and be like, nah. The agencies, it would be hard for the other ladies to get agencies to sign them. And that was the most shocking part because I was like, oh, they thought this was like fake. They didn't take them seriously. And then some of the ladies where they couldn't get work. It's just that's the sad part. And it went on for so long. I don't even know how many seasons there were. This other thing about there being this other thing about there being a reboot, a third reboot. Now I love Top Model. I hated the revamp. I hated the revamp with the new host and the new completely new judges. That turned me off so bad. But you know what I did? I hunkered down. Like honestly, wait, let me say this first. I don't like change, but I can adapt to change. That's like the Virgo in me. I hate change. Um, but for them to like Kimura being like Kimura and oh my gosh, who was the first judges? Kimura, Janice, Bo Quillian, and Nole Marin. No, Nole stayed for us seasons. But when Kimura and Bo left, I didn't really like notice it, and then I forgot. Like after a while, you're like, oh my god, Kimura Lee Simmons was on Top Model. She was a judge, and you know, in the beginning, yada yada yada. So that didn't bother me. But when they cut Janice, not only did they cut Janice, I have been watching Top Model at that time, well, every season. Oh, I don't know why I'm saying that. Like I said already, I watched Top Model every freaking season. Season 4 was her last season when they went to South Africa and Naima won. Also, so I know I'm watching season 4, and Tyra was like, I wanted to. They went to LA because they had been in New York. Tyra was like, I wanted to bring you guys to LA because LA gets a bad rap in the fashion industry or whatever, whatever. I want to show you the broader LA. And it's like, no, Tyra, you moved them to LA. You're in LA because you had the show in LA. Like, what are you talking about? But anyways, uh, so anyways, what was I saying? Uh, oh shucks. When okay, so that was the last season. Around like 2000, late 2004, I think it was. No, it was like yeah, it was like summer 2004. I was having like family issues and not family issues. We like had to move to the south, and in the south with my grandmother, she didn't have UPN. I believe that's where it was on at the time. She didn't have UPN or DirecTV. Her DirecTV didn't show UPN. The only time I can get UPN was like on this janky white. small television with antennas, an antenna, and I barely could get a signal. So I was just like heartbroken. And then the Tyra show had started, so I missed like the first season of the Tyra show, and I missed the fifth season of Top Model with Naima, and then Twiggy came in. So it was just like a whole that season is so special to me because once I got back to California, I made it clear that I needed to watch. Well, I didn't make it clear. I just, it was like a new world catching up with the old friend. That's really what it was. Catching up with the old friend, watching season five, and Twiggy was there. Janice was gone. Jay was a judge, and they were in L.A. Oh no, they were still in L.A. They were still in L.A. But anyways, those it was like the shakeup, like the biggest shakeup since the beginning. And honestly, it was kind of shocking. But then Janice, she went on to do like Oxygen with her TV show. Like, you know what? I know what I'm talking about. Like, this is my show. I love this show. Um, yes. So that's season five is a special season that I always like to watch. And it's like, and then the bombing, and they had to leave, but we didn't know, but they had to leave because of the terrorist attacks. That I've been like on this Osama bin Laden like last couple of weeks, just learning so much about Osama bin Laden all of a sudden in that good documentary. And then the documentary people that did the Osama bin Laden on Netflix, they produced this one too. That's what Jay and Nigel was saying. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, this is interesting. So, anyways, the ladies had to leave London, and then E came out with like the little special about the behind the scenes, and they didn't delve. I wonder why were they able to do that, but they couldn't talk about it for like 10 years. And Tom Model had not been on for 10 years at that point, because that was like 2007, six that E True Hollywood Story Top Model came out. That's interesting. I don't know. Anyways, I don't think Jay was a part of that, but I remember like Evo was talking. I think they covered like the first five, six cycles, um, which was yeah. I don't know what else do I have to say. I think that might be it. But I just love this show. I was there when like the reboot happened. That's that last reboot. Oh, the whole reboot coming. I think it's ridiculous for Tyra to try to reboot this show for a third time. Yes, this is gonna be the third time. If y'all didn't know, I think it's ridiculous. Let it go. I think that last episode, she even like hinted, and then it kind of went away. It kind of fizzled down, and the pandemic happened, and so it definitely was like a no. But she's like back to like I guess saying she wants to reboot it again and shop it around. But I'm just like, let it go. I didn't like that second time when the second time they tried to come back. I'm like fuzzy on the second time that they came back because those really weren't really my favorite seasons or really good episodes. Um, the whole like America. I think this was like the second time. Oh, no, that was the first time. But like that whole America versus the U.S. I mean versus the UK girls. That was interesting. The whole college themed was interesting, and then they brought men into the game, and that was interesting. Just trying to be very inclusive, which is cool. But I'm just like, you know what? I don't really care. And I think that's when I really stopped watching it. Um, Especially when Ashley, what's her name? The Ashley lady. Let me see. Ashley Graham right here. Drew Elliott, Laura Roach. When they came in, I think I did watch that. I think I did watch it then. Because I remember Drew Elliott and then Stacy. Okay, she would replace Alexander. Oh, yeah, when they fired Jay, the two J's, and Nigel. That yeah, that was hard. That was hard. That was hard. That was very hard. Hard, and that came out of nowhere. That was shocking. I have to say that wasn't a good time. But I've been a fan, and I think like it's taught me a lot. It it's definitely exposed us to like different um, countries, Japan and India. Oh, no, I don't think they've been to India. Maybe they have, but Morocco, and seeing like the different cultures and the different fashion in different places, and Italy and Australia and New Zealand, and they've been everywhere, which is really I really like enjoy that part of the show when they get to go abroad and do the go overseas abroad and the final fashion show, and then they, do like a cultural, especially the like that the first couple of seasons it was so fresh and so new, and they kind of didn't know what they were doing, but yeah. Yeah, those were fun. ANTM is just like nostalgia for me, and like an old friend that I just enjoy watching. And Tyra, the whole Tyra of it all. I don't know what it was that like I didn't know who Tyra was when I was 9 years old, 8 years old. Um, but like learning about her, and then she had the her Tyra website, and then the ATM website, and you can go online and you can see the girls. Oh my god, so much is coming back. Like I would go on the computer and go online and go to like upn.com and see the photos up close. Like wow. And then Tyra, her website was like Tyra and Shake My Body. And then Tyra and her website, and she had like all her photos, and like it was collages up there. Like, what a great time. And it really she kind of like taught you, learn your angles and learn how to smile and learn how to take a great picture for yourself, which I really have learned. Uh, but yeah, I don't know what we're gonna expect on this documentary coming out. I guess if some shocking stuff will come out. The other thing that I'll talk about it, but the other thing that I really appreciate is some of the ladies talk about, there are like the Danielle, like I didn't really care about the gap. I guess it meant more to her, Danielle and her gap, and it was just like, okay. But then you have to look at it from, I can look at it from, I can, Tyra is very problematic at times. She's a Sagittarius. Look up your favorite artists and see if they're Sagittarius, and you will see how. Look at your favorite problematic person, and they're probably a Sagittarius. But to me, Tyra was definitely coming from the world of modeling, and I understand what they were saying. Like we were trying to get these girls booked, we were trying to get these girls to work, and if a gap is in your mouth at that time in the Western culture and the culture that she's come came from, the late '90s, Tyra had to lose. She had to shift her entire career because she was gaining weight. So easily, she's gonna give you tips on how to work in the industry. So they were trying to prep the girls to work in the industry. That's what I really thought. Also, I don't think it was any like malice or any like hatred or anything like that. Um, so like the whole gap thing, the whole like weight thing, like I didn't find it crazy, and I still don't find it crazy because I'm just like, well, you end up getting your gap closed. So who won that battle? And you're still out here working, and you're still a household name, Danielle. Like, who won that battle? That's what I appreciate the balance, because one thing you don't hear Eva ever talk about is her bad experience on Top Model, which, like, I don't think we really saw Eva have like a really bad experience. Some ladies have probably better. Some girls had bad experiences, and some had better experiences, like a Danielle, and then an Eva or a who's the other girl? Bree. That's her name. Yeah, Bree from Cycle 4. I mean Cycle 5. She was like, I had a great experience. And it kind of, you can kind of see it on who they exploited. Julie from Cycle 4? Cycle 3. Julie from Cycle 3. No, 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 no. Not Julie. Oh crap, what's her name? From the, I think her name was Julia. No, 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 no. The Indian lady with the blue contacts. She came in the gate with blue contacts. I know nobody's in this chat. Okay, close. Oh crap. Okay. Ooh, somebody has a new vlog up. No background. No format. Maybe. Judges and other stuff. Series overview. Okay, here we go. She was on. No, 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 not Felicia Gillis. I think it was Carrie G. Anchal. There we go. Look who it is. Anchal. They definitely exploited Anchal. Okay, I said I was gonna go through because I'm almost done. Um, Cycle one. My favorite cycles are really like cycle one through, let's see, five, six, seven, seven, eight was cool. Nine was interesting. 10 is where I was like, okay. Like, those are my favorites, but I definitely can get jiggy with them. I mean, I watch them. They're like, I know what's going on. I know who the people are. Okay, Adrian, I wanted Shannon to win. Who else did I think was good in the house? Elise was really good, but she was problematic at times. Joanna and Mercedes, we wanted Mercedes, my whole household wanted Mercedes to win. Who else? Camille, I don't think Camille was as good as a model as they portrayed her to be. Katie was cute, but she was always whining. April was good. Yeah, April was that was a shocker. Shandy got fucked up at the end with the boyfriend thing. We wanted Yaya to win. Well, I wanted Yaya to win. Who else was on that I really liked? Takara took really good pictures. Nicole took Nicole took okay pictures. Norel, I don't know why Norel was there. Amanda, no, I wanted Amanda to win. Anne and Norel, I'm like, why are they here? That's the other thing rewatching it. It's just like, why are y'all here? Y'all are wasting space. Naima and Kaylin, I wanted Kaylin to win. Um, I was Kenya making it to the top three was shocking. UV should have been went home. I think the first night. I don't think Brita should have went home. I think UV should have went home. Also, it was the first girl that goes home is so heartbreaking because it's like, damn, we can't even see how good she can get or how good after the makeover. I love the makeovers. The makeovers are my favorite part. Both Jays are in the salon, chopping it up, making fun of the girls, having fun, yada yada yada. I love that. Nicole, this whole thing. Lisa, to this day, Lisa is problematic because of her experience on Time Model. I love Lisa's music when she first came out with the music. That was hot. Ebony, I wish Ebony had a little bit longer. Cassandra, whatever. Sarah quit. I don't remember Sarah. I think she had the dark hair. Diane, I don't know Diane. I don't know. Corinne, I don't know if Corinne should have been there that long. Kyle was pretty. Kim, at the end, she was killing it. I wasn't sure about Kim, but Kim, Jayla, Not my favorite. Bree should have been top. Oh, Bree was top three. Never mind. Bree killed it. Bree knew what the fuck she was doing. Let's be honest here. Bree knew what she was doing. Lisa knew what she was doing. Lisa was a veteran in that thing, and she was the oldest, I think, at the time. Lisa was killing. I think, it's so funny how that season is like kind of my favorite, even though I didn't watch it in the beginning. Okay, Danielle. I wanted Joni to win. Um, Ferranda was a good competitor. Jade, I don't know about Jade, y'all. I think Jade was just a personality. I don't think Jade was a really good model. Nana was pretty good. But honestly, Danielle and Joni, they really brought it home. They were like top, top, top from the beginning. Wendy, I think she was just like Hurricane Katrina. Let's exploit her. Molly Sue was really good. Leslie, I don't know why Leslie was there. Okay, Carrie D and Melrose. Carrie D, she definitely should have won. Who else was? The twins were really good. Anshel took some really good pictures. Eugenia was really a good contender. Amanda and Michelle were really good. Jada, I don't know. Jasleen and Natasha, I definitely didn't like either of them, but Jasleen definitely should have won. Natasha, they gave Natasha too many opportunities, and she should have been gone home. Kathleen. Oh, okay. This was the bald headed. No, no, no. That was this Kathleen. Oh, Kathleen. Yeah, Kathleen. I think she was one of the first to go home. Yeah, okay. She's at the top. Kathleen should have definitely stayed to give a little bit more time. Cassandra. It's been a while since I've seen some of these. Whitney Cunningham. Whitney. I think Whitney was a. Never mind. I don't remember. Celicia. I think I like Chantel. Celicia's haircut, they said was modern at the time, or what was in fashion, which is interesting. I think everybody, most, I think most of the cast, their makeovers on this was like bangs, but she had like that bowl cut. Celicia, I didn't see it for Celicia as much as Chantel. They did Heather wrong. Bianca, I don't think she was a good model. Ebony was really pretty. It's unfortunate that she quit. And Brielle was trying to make it, but could not make 100. She could not make 100. Poor girl. Whitney. Is this the Whitney, Chop, Flop, Anya from the gate. Anya knew what she was doing. She was like a veteran, like Lisa. Anya knew what she was doing. Fatima took really good pictures. Dominique just couldn't get it together. Katarzyna, she was really good. Stacey Ann was really good. Marvita, I don't remember like her progress, but she looks like she was kind of in the middle. Amy, I don't think Amy should have been there. Let's move along. McKee, this is where I was like, eh. I don't think. Oh no, I want Annalie to win. Annalie was killing it again. One of like the veterans. Clark was okay. I don't think they had too many bad ones on the season, or too many like. Why are y'all here? Who was Rebella? Oh, Brittany. Clark was good. Laura Bree was good. Lauren Bree. She was very pretty. Jocelyn just couldn't get it together. They fucked her over. And then her elimination always goes viral. It's always going around on Twitter every other week. They did her wrong. Tiana, she won. I agree with that win. Allison, I'm not an Allison fan. I really want Celia to win. Celia, like, And a lead, like Lisa, talking about a veteran. I think this is when they moved back to New York. Because Tyra's show, what, you guys? Moved to New York. Talia, I don't know why Talia was. Oh, Talia was there just, to show people girl she could be pretty. London, Natalie Pack, child. She couldn't get it together either. Foe, she was a good contender. Foe knew what she was doing. Okay, Nicole, child. Oh, this was the short season. Or the highly challenged season. And then they went to Hawaii. International trip, which is like, oh, okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch Jay's recaps. Laura, I don't remember if I cared. Aaron was good. Sunday was pretty good. Jennifer Ann was good. I think that Bianca was the black girl. She couldn't get it together. Did I agree with Nicole or Laura? I think I wanted Laura to win. But Nicole took really good pictures also. Krista, I wanted Raina to win so bad. But Krista, she had the personality. Krista was funny on that show, on her season. Krista was really good. Angela, I never saw it for Angela. I never saw it for Angela. Except for that one time where Jay saw it for Angela and that they were doing the cover girl shoot in the subway. Yeah. Yeah. That was about it. Angela, Jessica, Ansley. I don't remember Ansley. Alasia. Alasia was fun. But Alasia was wasting their time. Alasia could not get it together. And okay, this was a fun season. I think this is when oh no. Krista is when Andre Leon Talley joined the cast. Which is unfortunate that he's not here anymore. And then the thing is, Andre, you could never find him like in his book, like nowhere, like no interviews. You couldn't, or maybe I have to like look a little bit harder, but I couldn't find him talking about top model at all. And he brought such joy and such information and such light and such perfection to that show. And Tyra was like, she had to go um, wine and dine Anna. And Anna didn't give a fuck about Andre. Let me go tweet that. I'm gonna go tweet that in a few seconds. Because Anna didn't give a fuck about Andre. Why did she need to wine and dine him? Wine and dine her to get Andre on the show? Where was I at? Brittany or Ann? And I think I wanted Chelsea to win, but I think Ann was, she had the autism and they wanted her to win. Whatever. Molly, Brittany. Ooh, okay, that was a good season. That was a good season. I think that's when they turned into like we want. That's when I got interested again because they were like we want to turn top model into the high fashion shit, and that was like a interesting like the posing and the look and the makeovers and the photo shoots were very intentional, and I think that's what definitely that's probably like how they lured Andre in too. Brittany or Molly. I think I wanted Molly to win, but I don't think I really cared that much. Um, Kasha was. Oh no, I wanted Kasha was good. Alexandria was a mess. I don't think she was giving like Whitney Cycle 10 winner. It wasn't Cycle 10. Uh, yeah, 10 was the a milestone, so they gave it to Whitney, of course. Dahlia was really good. That was a good season. I should probably go watch that season. And they went to Morocco or Marrakesh. They went to Marrakesh. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That was a good season. And then the All Star, I wanted Lisa to win, obviously. Isis came back really good. Bree, I was excited. It was just like these. It was interesting, but not that interesting. That cycle, the All Star cycle, because it was just like weird, and it was like this transition, like a 2011 year of social media, and we ended up like learning they had to like do like the whole thing over because Angela went somewhere and was like talking about it, right? Talking about she won or something. I don't remember. Maybe they'll bring it up in the thing tomorrow. Sheena was good. I don't know why Sheena. Camille could have done better. Kayla was like, I'm a lesbian. I'm proud, Bianca. I don't think these were like really good all stars. They were just like personalities, really. Or maybe the people they wanted to bring. I wanted Asmarie to win so bad. I think Asmarie was so sexy and so talented and knew everything. And it was crazy that she went home clearly like in the middle of the season because she knew what she was doing. Especially that, okay, this one they did have some fun photo shoots on this one with the Canada and the maple syrup. I remember that one. Laura James. Okay, this is where I'm blanking. I watched it, but I don't remember this one. And isn't she like famous? Yeah, the daughter of John James. Okay. Thanks, top model. Jordan Miller. Do I know her? Is that girl that they drag on Twitter every day? I don't think I wanted her to win. Oh yeah, I didn't watch these seasons. That about it. Thanks so much for listening to the Dare Show podcast. I appreciate you guys for listening. Comment below. Like I said, next if you'll see me in the next couple of weeks. I mean days if something pops